Imagine you just moved to downtown Toronto, eager to seize the diverse and inclusive life that we're all promised. Yet we walk every single night scared of homeless people, hearing incidents of other criminal activity happening every single day. Toronto has a housing problem, that much we know. But what's getting lost in the policies and the numbers are people. The average price of a one-bedroom apartment per month is now $2,500. For students, essential workers like nurses, and other low-income residents, that means shared basements, horrifying living conditions, or being forced out of the city entirely and having to endure more than 2-hour-long commutes. Olivia Chow is helping. Her ambitious reforms to eliminate the long bureaucratic processes and pushing the city to develop itself will help. But will it be enough? Not likely. Massive problems require massive interventions. As a result, our federal party leaders are also suggesting solutions. Conservatives want to cut taxes and fees on building homes, while the liberals are offering cities millions of dollars to densify. My answer, all of the above, please, and more. We should be repurposing our old industrial warehouses and factories into housing. For example, it's much easier and cheaper to build on already ready foundation. We can use the old buildings as storage for materials, and it's much easier to obtain permits since the land is not being used anyway. This is already happening, for example, with the Dasview Airport project that is set to begin in 2027. But that's only one project. We can be doing more. We should be doing more. Because this housing crisis, it's about all of us.
Artificial intelligence and automation are changing the way we work. Companies like Google and Tesla use AI to make things more efficient, cut costs, and improve decision making. But while AI brings a lot of benefits, it also raises concerns about the job security, ethics, and corporate responsibility. So, one big issue is how AI affects jobs. It's expected to replace millions of positions, but at the same time, it will create new roles that require different skills. Instead of replacing workers, businesses should use AI to support them. This is something we see in strategic human resource management, which emphasizes the importance of helping employees adapt by upskilling and preparing them for an AI driven workplace. AI also gives companies a major competitive advantage. For example, Google uses AI to improve hiring and manage employees, and Tesla's self driving technology sets it apart from traditional car companies. So, businesses that don't adapt to AI will for sure struggle to keep up. But there is also the ethical side of AI. A good example is Amazon's AI-powered hiring tool, which was shut down because it discriminated against female candidates. This shows why companies need responsible AI governance to make sure their systems are fair and unbiased. So, at the end of the day, AI is shaping the future of work, but companies need to balance innovation with ethical responsibility. Like we've learned in our course, success isn't just about being efficient, it's also about making smart, ethical, and sustainable decisions. So, the ultimate goal isn't to replace workers with AI, but to use it a way that empowers them.
After 2020's outbreak, remote working and learning has become a contemporary issue. Actually, during the pandemic in 2020, most of students can work in their home, which gives them a better study conditions, and they can have more study materials since they can study online. To the workers, it also gives them more time to take good care of with their family. But it also gives the society many challenges, since the mental health problems will be increased because people need to stay at home isolated, which will make them maybe anxiety and nervous about the work in progress. But remote learning, I think as a Chinese student, will give me more benefits than the other countries. Because in my country, remote working can help me to decrease the time that's spending on my way to school. It's like maybe half an hour long. But I think maybe in the other countries like Finland, their education system is more likely to encourage people be more motivated. So I think this one will be fits their education system.
Good morning, everyone. For our team, only have 4 people, so today I will briefly summarize 2 analytical papers concerning the economic and the geopolitical impact of President Trump's tariff policies. The first paper focuses on Trump's tariff on China and their effects on global supply chains, U.S. manufacturing, and corporate strategies. Since 2019, the U.S. imposed over $500 billion on tariffs on Chinese goods, while these measures aimed to reduce trade deficit and counter unfair trade practices. They also disrupted global trade. Major companies like Apple and Tesla shifted parts of their production to countries like India and Yunnan, while Chinese firms like Huawei and Oppo focus more on technological self-reliance. The study highlights that such tariffs undermine comparative advantage for the government subsidies and arid long-term business strategies worldwide. The second paper explores the consequence of renewed U.S. tariffs on Canada and Mexico during the second term of Donald Trump. It argues that such policies could reduce and erode the U.S.-Canada economic and strategic ties, weaken trust among allies, and accelerate the leadership of dollars of the world. This could reduce America's influence in the international order and fragment the global economy into regional blocs. Together, these studies demonstrate how protectionist trade policies may yield short-term domestic benefits but risk long-term strategic costs on the global trade. Thank you.